Hey YouTube. Um, Today was going pretty great, and then now it's been kind of tough. Um, wasn't sure what to write about, but to talk about. But I was really, really happy because when I woke up this morning, one of my videos had a comment thanking me for posting the video, and that just, oh my gosh, my heart. I was so proud of myself, and then I had to go talk about money, and I feel useless, and and I hate it. But I went on Facebook because I went to go tell a couple people that, hey, I feel bad, I want to talk to you, kind of thing. So I'm not going to talk to them. So I don't know. And Facebook had one of those like time capsule memory things, so that's my souvenir for today. Facebook showed me a poem that my friend and I wrote together, and it all ties back in together. I'm gonna read my chorus story about what happened to the smartest person in your high school. Um, so, given that I'm not talking about myself, so this person, they got a national merit scholarship. They went to Northeastern University in Boston, which was really great because I got to see them sometimes. They kind of hated most of the students at Northeastern, and they didn't like the classes very much, except for a couple of them. They did actually visit me a few times. It was fun. I'm really confident that they would have liked MIT better than Northeastern, but I couldn't even convince them to apply to MIT. They were already sick of nosy teachers and relatives, and they wanted to be able to say, well, I don't know if I got in. I didn't apply. And to me, that's sort of like wearing a suit of armor with the middle finger up. um, let's see. They dropped out of Northeastern. They went home. They started tutoring and acting in various Renaissance festivals. And I swear to God, it was not me. That's where they met their partners at festivals. They still do those. They moved in with their partner a year or two ago. They work for a company doing kind of like data stuff. And I think what they wanted most was to be independent. And they are independent. They have a job and a car. They have a long-term partner and a house. And their family's doing well enough, you know. They got good friends. And they got the basics covered. It's a solid foundation. And I imagine it's kind of relaxing for them. Um, and I mean, they even went back to school on their company's dollar to talk about like when they'll be eligible for local political positions, and they've found themselves sort of ascending the ranks at FAIR because people much older and more experienced than this person are perfectly willing to listen to this person. It's always been that way. Um, and this person has not, they wouldn't have chosen themselves as the smartest person at our high school. They would have talked about me. Um, but I always thought they were smarter than me, always. They are more well read than I am. They knew how to write poetry. I didn't. They taught me. They had a lot more kind of life experience, and um, they, I think they felt kind of like I do about not making money. I think that's kind of how they felt about dropping out and coming home. Um, Kind of made them feel like they weren't living up to people's ideas of what they were going to be and their own ideas. But I mean, I certainly never thought any less of them. It's just sort of like, oh, that's sad that that's happening to this person. I'm like, that's an important thing to remember, is that people don't see each other as like lists of, as resumes. People don't see each other as resumes. We see each other as people, and your friends don't see you as like what's not on your resume. And the fact that I can't make money today doesn't mean that I can't do something positive and something important and something really like impactful with my words. And it was nice to have Facebook kind of remind me, like, oh hey, remember this person that you know has these really powerful words that kind of went through the same thing you're going through right now. Well, yeah, maybe you should. It's hard to get in touch with them. Otherwise, I would have called them immediately. Uh, um, but it's just really good to remember that. Oh, yeah, they went through this too, where they felt like they weren't living up to expectations, and now I'm going through this where I don't feel like I'm crying. I don't know if you can tell. Um, I don't feel like I'm living up to expectations just because I can't earn money. Um, I've learned enough about how the world works. I guess I knew a long time ago because Douglas Adams has a wonderful quote about money in the first book of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy about um, someone somewhere figures out the solution to make everyone happy in the world, and then I won't spoil it, I guess. um, but that doesn't get to happen. But the Douglas Adams in the book writes about the happiness of humans depending on these little green slips of paper that aren't themselves happy or unhappy. we're just happy or unhappy about the slips of paper because that's how humans are. We invent things and then we care a lot about them. But I might not be able to pay my phone bill, but I can get on here and say something that someone's going to thank me for, and that's so just so it means so much to me. um and it kind of gets back to how I've always seen other people. Like, I've always seen other people have been able to see this, like, not the way that they see themselves. um I had a friend that in middle school went through a lot of depression and bullying and things, and I just thought she was gorgeous, and I thought she told amazing stories, and I still think those things about her. And she's one of my most loyal friends. And that's how people see you. um, so if you're struggling with anything, really, just other people don't, like, it sucks that people don't see your struggles and they don't get it, but they don't actually think any less of you because they can't actually see what an effort it is for me to sit up in bed, open my laptop, and talk, and and what had to go into my life to make that even possible for me to talk to strangers without them even being there. And then to remember, well, I might be crying about the money I'm not earning today, but I know how my friend felt when they dropped out of college, when they were starting their, like, tutoring business stuff and getting it going. In the beginning, it was hard, and I remember that for me, nothing about them changed at all, and they have always been one of the people I've looked up to, no matter what was going on in their life. um, and you really got to turn that around and apply that to yourself and say, okay, I see beautiful, wonderful people around me. That is how some people see me. Not everyone, but some people. Just got to find them. And if whatever your issue is that you're struggling with, most people see the rest of you, not that one thing. So most people don't even look at me and see, like, oh, she's struggling with money. They can't tell. Um, if they can tell, they feel like that's not fair, you know? They don't even think it's a flaw. They think, oh, wow, how sad that happened to her. Or like, how sad that she's going through that. Or like, oh, wow, I've been through that myself. I know how it feels, that kind of thing. And yeah. So thanks already, YouTube, for making me feel proud of myself and reminding me that I don't have to have a degree, you don't have to earn money to make an impact on the world, and neither do you. So I'm gonna, as always, awkwardly talk as I try to stop recording while I'm looking at your YouTube, and see you soon.